Hello, YouTube. I want to talk about a rather bittersweet subject because it's mostly sweet, but there's some bitterness to it. And it is the rise of black people finally, buying beauty salons. Because, I mean, not beauty salons, but beauty stores. Because we didn't have a problem with working behind the chair, but being entrepreneurs and actually having our own storefronts has been difficult. And for multiple reasons. Number one, there wasn't a large amount of black people trying to even attempt to own beauty supply stores, and the few that were, it was an isolated club because most of the stuff you got to go through the Koreans, and Koreans are very cultural. They don't even allow white people. There's a reason why you don't even see too many white owned beauty supply stores. Cause Koreans, they darn going to keep everybody, guys. It's an exclusive club for the most part. You got to like if the requirement is $10,000 for a Korean, it's gonna be 50,000 for a white person and 70,000, because I ain't even gonna say that there ain't no a little bit of bigotry and racism even within the Asian community. It might be 70,000 that they require upfront capital for black folks. So I understand that, and but even with that, when we do get beauty supply stores, number one, let me say thank goodness we finally got one in Fayetteville. Honey, we got the Lavish Beauty on Ramsey Street, which I can't wait to go ahead and frequent. I got so many products right now that it ain't, although I'm running low on shea butter and I need to get another thing of African black soap soon. So I might go and see what they got with that. But this is known mostly for wigs, and I don't need no. I got about 3, 4 wigs that I haven't even opened up yet. So I damn sure don't need no more wigs. But they might have some, regular hair care products and stuff that I need, in which I go ahead and frequent the establishment soon enough. And then I think there's one. Although I don't fuck with the suburban like that. If y'all in Fayetteville, y'all know what I'm talking about. There's one that opened up in where there used to be a florist shop right there. No, it used to be the florist is still there, but there used to be a salon right there. She finally gone out of business. Now they got a beauty supply store right in the suburban mart complex. Might be black owned. I want to go ahead and say it is. Well, but still, my thing is this: how good this is that we're finally, getting beauty supply stores. I don't want us to be complicit on the stereotypes, which once again, here comes the double-edged sword. We are the number one buyers as black people when it comes to beauty-based products. However, when it comes to entrepreneurship, we are so much more than just hair and chicken. Because from what I see is, I always see us running, and this is me talking as a beautician. But I always see us running to get a beauty supply store or a chicken shack. And that's no shade. That's just true tea. But I don't see too many of us trying to open up businesses outside of that, which are very vital for our community as well. Like, I don't see, especially if you come from a very hard not life area like I come from, it's like I don't see nobody trying to strive to open up a rehabilitation center, to help the addicts, become rehabilitated, and darn going, a financial institution center to help, people get back on their feet, and, give business loans and stuff to black people, and they don't have to worry about being stereotyped based off of their name being Shaquisha, Day Day, Pookie, Ray Ray, and all that. We don't have too many black folks trying to set up, business loans and business grants in their areas. We don't see too many people talking about black charter schools that are serious about it. I mean, the most notorious one been trying to get the darn on school from out of the sky. The school in the sky, honey, is still floating high. Y'all know who I'm talking about, that old Umar, honey. Umar. Umar darn going clinical darn going childhood psychiatrist still ain't got that darn school up and running yet. So it's like I've only heard of that one I don't hear too many people talking about our, charter schools. And I know folks are out there, but it's like it's so far few and far in between. Grocery stores, we got darn food deserts in the black communities, in the native communities, um, some Hispanic communities. I'm hearing about food deserts. It's like, why is we got food deserts? Like, why can't we pull our finances and stuff together? And why don't people teach us about how to go by getting a grocery store off the ground? Because that's what I've been looking into. Yes, my primary profession is aesthetics, and I want to become a successful esthetician. But as I build up my money, I want to be like Candy. I don't want all my eggs in one basket. I want to diversify my portfolio, honey. So as I become successful as an esthetician, I want to then set up a grocery. I want to do a one-stop shop. Y'all know the Capricorn and me can't stop at the little humble grocery store. Honey, DivaWuan got to be grand dame, honey. But anyways, for everybody else, I can understand if you want to just do grocery. Because once again, it's imperative. It's like, why we darn got to travel and be forced to go and make the Waltons rich and everything else? Why can't we darn lift our black owned stores up? Because they ain't any. We're just so used to just having to go to Food Line, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco. What's the other ones called? Harris Teeter, Whole Foods, and all of these places. And it's like, well, damn. When is we going to start naming out some darn black places? Like if I really make it, that's why I say it would. They know who to give the Powerball winners to, because look, it wouldn't have paid if I would have caught that darn $1 billion Powerball. I would have started off in the Vietnam, honey, but I would have branched on out. Because I looked at a video recently of the 15 most poverty-stricken cities in North Carolina. And Lord knows, Salisbury and Greensboro, Durham. And I was like, well, damn. But all of these places desperately needs a efficient one-stop shop, a grocery store outside of Walmart. Because the problem is, Walmart is notoriously known to come into these cities, and then when they feel like they ain't making enough, they gonna get gone. And the little stores and stuff that's been around for decades, everybody let them go. You stop frequenting these businesses because everybody got so much caught up into Walmart and the fact that you get all your stuff from this one place. And it is a benefit of the one-stop shop, but at the disadvantage of the local business, whether it was white owned or black owned, it falls to crumbles. And then when Walmart feels like they ain't making enough, they get gone. And now the stores that you had are no longer in businesses because you never supported them, because you all ran to go to Wally World. So I want to change that narrative. I want to come up with a black one-stop shop. That way, I can now I ain't going to say I'm going to be able to successfully compete, toe to toe with the Waltons, honey. But it's like I want the least gonna give them a run for their money in the black-owned communities, honey. The black communities. And that's another thing. We ain't got no actual communities that we own. We're just in the communities that we're put in by way of economic oppression. Hence why I'm about to bring up the conversation again of reparations. See, Joe Biden's talking about put Harriet on 20, which I commend him for. But we need to be talking about putting 20s and hundreds of dollars bills in people's pockets by economic restitution. And it goes far beyond just a check in hand. We also need to talk about funding black people to be able to get business loans, funding black people to get their own communities, funding black people to get their own school systems and stuff, and get to thriving back in the days of where we had our own cities and towns and our banks. Once again, I told y'all 10 years subsequent to slavery, black people had a collective wealth amounted to several trillions of dollars in the bank that was stolen from us. Imagine what we can do now. Hell, even as the most oppressed group of people, we still have an annual spending power of 1.2 trillion. Imagine the money that would go up Hell, we would easily triple that if we was darn gonna put in at an equal playing field. So with that being said, let's have the conversation. Like, we need the darn on not just solely focus on the, which once again is still very much needed, not discrediting, because hell, I'm trying to get me an old beauty supply off the ground too someday. But my credit ain't work. Hell, I got to get the personal credit first, and then I'm learning slowly about the differences between business credit. Cause once again, there ain't nobody here to teach me none of this shit. So I got to look at several other people online to teach me, and I'm paying it forward. And that's how we got to do. Cause we grow up, we weren't taught the importance of a credit score like that. We wasn't taught that we're darn on condition that we got to spend our own money to get our shit up off and that's what's been taking so long. Cause we got to fund everything by hand as opposed to not knowing about the leverage of credit and how further you could go with credit with your business credit and not person, but your business credit, to get started is going to be somewhat personally tied to your personal. So what I'm doing, and I'm going to talk more about this on my business channel, DivaWuan's business. I'm going to try to lower my debt. I just got a loan offer in the mail, and I usually turn these things down because they usually be high dollar loans, predatory and whatnot, insane high amount of money, but it's like the qualifications I don't meet. Like, they be trying to give your girl $4,000-$5,000 that I don't necessarily know I would qualify for. But this one seems a little bit more legitimate. Now I got to look at the credit rate offer. They ain't broke down this percentage. But I got a pre-approval, and it's for a reasonable amount. It's up to $1,000. I got till April the 15th to respond, and I'm going to respond a little bit later for two reasons. I want to get my credit utilization down before I respond to this. I want to get my credit utilization down a little bit, and my verifiable income and stuff, right? Because once again, y'all know, I'm doing stuff still by darn gonna pay. Like, I can't get access to the bank. Like, there's no Bank of America near me. I think I'm gonna have to get to the point where I'm just gonna have to switch out to another business bank account. I think I'm gonna have to transfer over to BB&T because this is ridiculous. The point of me opening up a business account was to become more verifiable and legitimate with my darn on, aesthetics transactions. But it's like, I can't darn on deposit my darn on cash. No, I'm still having to do cash on hand and, transferring to my personal accounts and stuff like that. That's crazy. Just crazy. Of course, online I could transfer to the business bank account, but as far as with my cash payments, is like I'm it's a conundrum, y'all. Because I don't forgot my darn on password, right? And I can't go in to darn gonna get it changed. And I've been trying to have the automatic thing send me a generated password for my business. Darn, it ain't working. So it's like I've been trying for the longest to get a hold to a live person, so they could just give me a darn password. But I don't forgot the password to the card. Hence why I've been darn backsliding and putting some of my shit in my personal account, which is something that you don't want to do. Because you don't want to pierce the corporate veil from LLC to personal assets. I'm learning all this shit as I go, y'all. But yeah, the main subject though, and because once again, all of that I just mentioned, honey, that's conversations that we're going to have over on the business channel for sure about establishing business credit, the different, credit reporting bureaus. Cause there's one called DNB that I just found out about. I thought it was the same as the regular one. I thought it was TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, but it turns out it's DNB, Experian Commercial, and then there's another one. I want to say it's TransUnion Commercial, if I'm not mistaken. And then I'm learning about the score system is different than the regular one. The tier system, your credit mix and stuff that is required. Like, because I didn't know that there was a such thing as trade line accounts that you can get set up for your business that will get you set up right to get just like what I'm doing now with having different trade lines and stuff added to my credit report so I can get more impressive unsecured credit card offers. I did not know that you could do the same thing on the business end. Like you can get a trade line for like let's say if you had a food establishment and you go to Sam's Club, you can get a trade line for a darn going Sam's Club. If you have a lot of Shell gas stations, you can get a trade line for their Shell gas card, and that would establish business credit, and that way you can actually start getting business credit card offers equivalent to the match of your pre-existing credit mix. That they say you got to have at least a combination of 10 different tier 1 and tier 2 accounts and stuff. Once again, I'm still learning all about this. To my people who are more experienced in business, and I'm talking about the ones who know all about this type of jargon, please, put a sister on and elaborate more about this information for me, because like I said, I'm still learning this as I go. So yeah, I'm learning about this darn on credit mix and stuff that you got to have. Because this is the year that I really want to be on my game, y'all. And I know COVID is still putting a monkey in a damn wrench, honey. But I'm going to try my best to darn on get my darn on steady. I got the website now and I ain't done nothing with it in 2 months. That's a darn on shame. I have not promoted it to y'all. But my website has now been up now for what? Well, hell, it's been up longer than that. It's going on 3 months that I've had the website. And I ain't, and once again, because I haven't been on my game. But now I'm going to finally get on my game, especially with V-Day around the corner. I mean, although, shoot, we still locked up in the house. But I guess if you're doing quarantine and stuff, I still have, some skincare products and stuff by way of... And also, you need to still keep yourself up year-round anyways. I think we done got neglectful in our skincare and stuff by way of thinking, well, since nobody ain't really going to see us, we could just let ourselves go. It's like, no. Still keep yourself up. Keep yourself doggone pamper. Your spouse is looking at you. And even if your spouse ain't looking at you, you're alone like myself, honey, when you go to the store, people still got to look at you. And just because you live in the rough don't mean you got to be the rough. Be the diamond in the rough, but don't be the dirt in the rough, honey. Once again, if anybody take that catchphrase, honey, they got it from DivaWuan. That's a DivaWuan original phrase right there. Honey, be the diamond in the rough, not the dirt in the rough. Child, I need to put that on a shirt, honey. Me and my darn on phrases, honey. I need to start writing down these phrases, and they just be coming off the dome, honey, just off the cuff. Be a diamond in the rough, not a dirt in the rough, child. I know it don't. I know y'all like, Juan, really? Shit, I think that's worth putting on a damn shirt. But anyway, serious, y'all. On the business tip, y'all, my most successful, influent darn on viewers, y'all put a sister on game like Beyonce say, put a sister on game. Woo! But anyways, I'm going to still be learning more and more by the day. And as I learn, I pay it forward and put it, put y'all on to the same thing that I'm learning as well. Like I said, my goal is to get my aesthetics darn on place up off the ground. And then create me a one-stop shop, a rehabilitation center. I don't do marijuana at all, but I see the benefits what marijuana can offer. I want to own a marijuana dispensary. I can see the bit, and then that will also curve the drug usage of the crack cocaines and the heroines and the pills and stuff in these areas, because a lot of people go to those alternatives. Simply, not everybody, but some people go to those alternatives because it burns out your system faster than the THC and marijuana. If marijuana was legal, a lot more people would do marijuana over the other drugs because of the fact that they don't have to worry about the THC being in their system, that they can't, drink a little bit of bleach and chase it behind. Y'all know the crazy shit that black folks do in the hood when it comes time for a piss test. Either they darn gonna getting some of their children pee and holding it between the legs or whatnot. You have your co-worker darn gone spot you some darn gone pee. Or you darn gone doing a quick colon cleanse and all this, that, and third. Or, if it's more than 3 days, a good large amount of the crack and darn gone pills and stuff will flush out your system if they just doing a urine test. Even a blood test, maybe a week you're good. As long as they ain't doing no hair follicle test, you good for the most part. But yeah, that is it, y'all. Once again, I commend all the black girls and guys who are, because there are guys too. I've even seen oh shoot, it's been so long. I got to leave it down below. I've seen a guy that does information about how to get the stores and stuff off the ground, how to get your own beauty supply store off the ground. So there's education in regards to that. And I want to say there's something out there that's teaching people how to get their own regular stores, like your grocery stores and one-stop shops. That's what I'm more interested in. Like, how do you secure all those different contracts? Like, because with each product that comes in the store, I would imagine that it's like a different contract. And it's like, if you're trying to have like a one-stop shop, that's thousands of products. Like, how do you oversee something like that as a solo person, not somebody coming in as a billionaire, not somebody coming in from a millionaire's background? How does one person oversee securing so many different contracts to launch a store of that magnitude from the jump? That's what I'm more so interested in. Now, by the time I will get to that point, I will have some money underneath my belt, but I don't see myself necessarily having 10, 20 million under my belt where I can comfortably say, okay, I could just, hire a plethora of people to find this shit out with me. Like, I see myself in the $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 tax bracket, which is still going to be an uphill battle for me, because you thinking about opening up a 5,000 square foot store or more, once again, or 10,000 square foot store. How do you oversee all the different accounts and stuff? Like, or is there different account businesses where you can get a multitude of items? Like, can I just go through Procter and Gamble? Y'all know Procter and Gamble owns like 90% of the stuff that you buy in the damn beauty store. It's like, do you just go through one massive account that just hosts all the different types of products that you would need in the store, like your baby powders, your batteries, all the stuff that you would need, your nail filers, toothpastes and mouthwashes, your makeup. Makeup more likely you're gonna have to go through each makeup brand, which I don't mind that, but it's like all the different brands of food. Like, even with putting bread on the shelf, you got Wonder Bread, you got Nature's Wonderful, you got the whole wheat bread, you got the honey wheat, you got the regular white bread, you got the darn on rye bread, you got the pumpkin seed bread. Like, it's even with the bread, is there going to be different accounts for each different type of bread? Like, that's the stuff that I need to know, honey. But anyways, y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. What are y'all thoughts on black people finally taking control of the beauty supply sector? I personally think it's pretty damn wonderful. But the secondary question is, what are your thoughts on us overall lacking on getting into other vital, sections, such as regular grocery stores, convenience stores? Because once again, I see a lot of brown skinned folks from the Middle East. Our Arabic brothers and sisters owning the beauty, the convenience stores in the hood are darn on gas stations, and not the black folks. The neighborhood be 99% black population, but 99% of the dang on convenience stores be darn on Arabic owned. No, I say 98%. Because then you have the 1% that's white owned, the 1.5% that's white owned, and then you have that 0.5% that's black owned. You'll have that one black convenience store out of over 100 darn black convenience, no, out of over 120 black convenience stores. And then about 10 or 12 will be white on, and then the rest of the 100 some will be darn Arabic on. We need to change that narrative too. But once again, y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see y'all soon with more videos.